If you're buying a house, then paying for your insurance policy in full before you get your keys might be a good idea so your policy isn't canceled before you buy your house in light of the recent wildfires we've seen in California in early 2025. Let me explain. I was having coffee with some guys from my office today and we were discussing about homeowners insurance and how getting new insurance has been even tougher and more expensive on homes, and some major carriers like State Farm and Allstate have even stopped issuing new homeowners policies in California altogether, forcing people to use costlier options like out-of-state carriers or even California's subsidized FAIR plan instead. There are two big reasons why these major insurance carriers are pulling out of the homeowners insurance market in California. Both of these reasons have to do with the rising cost of providing insurance in a state like California, where there's increased risk of wildfire damage and other natural disasters, and after COVID, the cost of repairing and replacing homes also skyrocketed. If an insurance company has increasing costs due to paying out more losses, you would think they would just raise their premiums to cover those differences. However, in California, the insurance commissioner highly regulates the insurance industry and limits how much they can raise their premiums. And in many cases, these major carriers aren't able to raise their premiums enough to cover the increased costs that they're forcing to cover. So therefore, they've decided to pull out of the economy of California altogether. Circling back to the moral of the story and why you should consider paying for your insurance policy before you finish closing on your home, an insurance company can't actually cancel your policy midway through, but what they can do is non-renew your policy, or if you haven't yet paid for it, in the case of a brand new home, they can choose to not issue your policy if you have not yet paid and bound the policy, which commonly happens after you close escrow. You do have the option of paying your policy before closing escrow, which is not commonplace. So, and if you lose your policy before buying a house, a lender could put a forced place policy on your home, which can be way more expensive than that you were originally quoted. So the safest thing to do is to pay for your policy before you close escrow. And while I have not seen a personal case where someone didn't get their insurance policy, I did hear about it through some guys in my office where their clients recently ran into this. So it's a safe option to do that anyways.